everyone, welcome back to my cookbang. Today I am back with a banchan recipe. So banchan is kind of like a side dish that you eat with rice. It's very Korean traditional thing. Banchan is kind of like chips and salsa in Mexico, or like bread and vinegar, like bread and like Parmesan cheese, olive oil and vinegar in like Paris or like Italy. It's something like that, but banchan is like a Korean version of it. Today I want to show you guys something really simple, like an easy recipe. It's with the fish cake. So I just had a lot of fish cake left. I don't know what I cooked with this, but I have a lot left, and only prep that I did for today's video is I just rinsed them in hot water. Like you could leave it, like you can like wash it in hot water just to kind of like get rid of like extra oil, but I think the dish itself comes out better this way. And I have a couple ingredients I want to share with you guys. So isn't this so cute? Like for, I used to collect like Starbucks cups, like the bigger ones, but like they were taking up so much space. So I started collecting the small ones, and this one's from Paris. This one's from Indonesia. Our friends got it for us, and this is from Tennessee. You guys know that I recently came back from Tennessee and New Orleans trip. I think this is also Bali. So anyways, I have soy sauce. I'll leave it here. And I have some water, corn syrup. This one is, well, I don't know why I'm looking at the outside as if there's like a name on it. Some toasted sesame seeds. Okay, so what we're gonna do is cut up the ingredients first. So for these onions, I'm just going to cut them in like, I don't want a lot of it, just a little bit. Yay! So what I'm gonna do is, you want it on like medium high heat, but since I don't know, this stove gets really hot, so I'm going to use medium heat. Okay, you could use regular olive oil or just any kind of vegetable oil, but I want mine with a little bit of spice, so I'm using chili oil. If you want to be accurate with it, about like 1 to 2 tablespoons, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Okay, and then you will need some minced garlic, super fresh, because I made this morning. I chopped it up. I recently bought this like a garlic crusher. It works like a minced garlic, but I broke it this morning because I was really greedy. I put like 5 in there and it just snapped and broke, so I had to manually chop them, so they look like this. I'm going to add about a spoonful. Oops. I want to just kind of toast it a little. When I'm stir frying anything, I never really cook it on super high heat because most likely it'll burn, unless like I'm boiling like a lot of water. But usually I don't really like to cook in a high heat, and I think that's kind of like a key thing to remember when you're cooking. You just don't want to cook it on super high heat. And then I'm going to add the onions. Yummy. I think I could even lower the heat. So while that's cooking, like 1 more minute, I have some garnishing. I have red peppers, green peppers, and just green onions. And I wanted it spicy, remember? So I'm gonna use some peppers. Oh, I really like this knife, so small. Oh, peppers are spicy. So green onions, how should I cut them? I could cut them a long way like this. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't want it big because I really like green onions, so I don't mind them really chunky. So I'm going to add my fish cakes. They're kind of big, so I'm going to actually cut it really quick. How should I? Oh, I'm going to cut it like diagonally, so then I have a triangle. Just roughly, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just gotta throw it in there. I'd rather not burn it than get a perfect shape. So I never made this at home, and my mom made it here and there, but usually whenever I have it, it's at a restaurant. It's a really popular side dish, well, at least the restaurants around here where I live. And I'm going to add some water. You could skip this part, but I think adding water does help the fish cake to be a little bit softer than not adding it. I think I could add a little bit more water. So I have my soy sauce. I think I'm going to do about 2 spoonfuls for now. And then we're going to add the corn syrup. You could add sugar instead, but I think adding corn syrup makes the dish more like kind of like glossy and more appetizing looking. So maybe like 1.5. I don't want it too sweet, but I'll taste it as I go. This is such an easy recipe. This is like something that like when you go to a Korean restaurant, yeah, like sometimes they have it as a side dish, but like you can't really order it. I mean, I guess you could ask for more side dish, but it's just like better when you make it at home. It's so easy to make, and you can make a lot, and you can store it. So if you guys are one of those people who really like Korean dishes, but like you also really like enjoy their side dish, I think this is one of the must try. Oh yeah, that's good. Continue, just finish chopping. I thought about just prepping it like completely, like cut up everything and just like toss it in there, but I thought it would be more fun if I could, you know, talk and show you guys every step of the way. But I'm still like, because I think when I do mukbang before in my videos, usually most of the time everything is prepped and all I have to do is put it in one pan. So I'm still like not used to it. And then I'm going to add all my peppers, green onions, Wow, the pepper is so good. You know what? I want a little bit more red, so I'm going to chop up just a little bit more. Wow, the pepper's spicy though. Holy crap. Let's add these guys. So excited. Got my rice and it's ready to go. And to be honest, I think this is done. I'm going to just turn off the heat. There should be enough heat on the pot. And then just kind of finish it off with the sesame seeds. Done. So if you want, you could also top it off with some sesame oil. But I think the chili oil that I use is somewhat a sesame oil, I think. So you don't want to add too much. And that's it. Yay! So I have some leftover keem. So recently I've been getting my keem from Costco because I had a really terrible experience with the keem toasted seaweed paper from H Mart. It was just terrifying because it tastes like plastic. It smelled like plastic. So I started going to Costco. Costco is so trustworthy. Take some out here. I have some rice. And I have my sparkling water. Of course. If you guys haven't watched my video in a long time, I switched over to Kirkland. Because LaCroix, like I don't know, LaCroix was good until I tried Kirkland, and Kirkland was so much more refreshing. It's more carbonated, I feel like. It just tastes better. Not too much. It is a banchan, so it's supposed to be a little saltier. Okay, let's eat. Also, my rice is half white rice, half quinoa. What I love about this kind of dishes, you don't have to be like, the seasoning itself is so like it's more of your preference, so you can't really go wrong with it. Just start off with little. If it's too bland, add more soy sauce. If it's not sweet enough, you want it sweeter, add more sugar. So good. I've seen some recipes where they add like pepper flakes, but I think it's spicy enough for me. If you want it really spicy. Man, the pepper, the kick from the pepper is so good. I'm gonna grab more onions. I think ever since I moved out from my parents, you know, like this goes back way to like, and I'm talking about like college, when I like moved away from them, and like, you know, I did live with them for a couple months here and there, but you know, like after college is when you actually move out from them, and you know, you have all this freedom, you could eat whatever you want, you don't always have to, because like I was so sick of like this traditional Korean food, like soup and like banchan. I was so sick of it. I was like, I always wanted, like, I just want a hamburger all week, I just want pizza. But now that I had all the freedom to eat whatever I want, especially ever since I started mukbang, I think my body came to the point where like, man, I'm really craving some like somewhat more of a healthier choice in life. And you know, obviously I really miss home cooked meals. You know, although I use like this fish cake and this fish cake, don't restrict yourself. If you already have fish cake, you can cut them up to smaller pieces, unless you know they're small already, or just get whatever fish cake you want and just do the same thing. Don't feel like you have to get the same one that I have, because that's how I was whenever I watched other people's recipe. I was so like focused on like getting the exact same fish cake, like same brand, or at least it has to look the same. It really doesn't. Well, at least not for this recipe. So I've been eating quinoa for a couple of weeks now, and I'm hooked. I love quinoa. Only one negative side to quinoa is it's not, because I want to use quinoa as like a replacement for rice, but it's so dry. It's not sticky enough for me to actually like do like make like a sushi roll or something like that. So eventually, right now I made 50 quinoa and rice, but eventually I want to make it like 20% rice and 80% quinoa, just so that the rice can help it glue together. But I really love quinoa. Like, even the taste of it, so good. Okay guys, I'm going to end the video here today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. If you guys did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. If there's any banchan that you guys want to see me make, let me know in the comment box, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, thanks for watching.